The Dragon of Plant and Mind, Mordremoth, is the second dragon you have to deal with as you play through the Guild Wars 2 campaign, but he is only the most recent to awaken at that point. The common Tyrian didn't even know about Mordremoth's existence until around 1327 AE. This is 2 years after starting your journey and after Living World Season 1, when his corruption and minions, the Mordrem, began to spread throughout Tyria. The Derman Priory, Inquest, and Pact, however, did know of his existence. Unlike most Elder Dragons, Mordremoth's minions aren't corrupted beings, but mostly grown from blighting trees. Some, however, seem like corrupted plant life, and others resemble corpses acting as puppets for Mordrem. How these last came to be, we learned in my video on Zaitan, which I will link in the description. Now Zaitan was a terrifying beast and rivaled our airship we used to take him down. Mordremoth, on the other hand, is the entire jungle continent. It is speculated that he used to have an actual draconic body, but as he is the dragon of mind and plant, he became more a being of the mind. His existence fused with the Maguma jungle, his tendrils and roots burrowing underground, spreading himself throughout the jungle. The core of the dragon remained on his corporeal form, the mouth of Mordremoth, while his mind housed itself in a massive and ancient tree, known as the Heart of Thorns. It is the mouth of Mordremoth, his remaining physical form, that you fight in the Dragon Stand Maida, where the dragon originally slumbered for over 10,000 years. Scarlett Briar is the one responsible for the awakening of Mordremoth. After entering Omen's machine, she started hearing his whispers, eventually being shown images of death, destruction, and destiny. Going completely insane, she thought her ideas were her own as she started rallying armies, yet it was Mordremoth spurring her on. Her ultimate objective? Assault Lion's Arch and use a massive drill to dig right into the ley line the city was built on. Disrupting this river of pure magic sent a ripple of energy directly into the heart of Maguma and into Mordremoth's sleeping but waiting maw, awakening him prematurely, his roar resounding over Tyria. The dragon awakened, his influence over the Sylvari started to strengthen. He chose single targets to do his bidding at first, after Scarlett, continuing on with Eirin. Eirin was a Sylvari belonging to the Zephyrite Order. Their master, the Master of Peace, holding something Mordremoth wanted, a dragon egg. Eirin sabotaged the Zephyrite's airship, having them crash into Drytop, where he was ultimately killed by the Pact commander while pursuing the Master of Peace and the egg. Within the next year, the awakened jungle dragon's influence kept growing, his tendrils snaking underground towards the waypoints. These waypoints were unwittingly built on leyline hubs and served as landmarks where Mordremoth could start draining the magic. His minions and tendrils also started targeting fortified locations such as Fort Salma and Concordia, which held magical artifacts. Rallied by the Pact commander, the leaders of the 5 nations held a summit in the Grove, discussing what they would do about this new threat. Mordremoth sent the Shadow of the Dragon in an attempt to kill all the leaders at once. Although the leaders survived, the Pale Tree, mother of the Sylvari, was severely injured and her protection over the Sylvari weakened. Following this attack and emboldened by a strike at the Pale Tree, Mordremoth sent more of his lieutenants to terrorize the regions close to the Maguma jungle, such as the Silver Wastes. Mordremoth also managed to manipulate the firstborn Kaith, having her steal the dragon egg. Weakened and confused, Kaith was unsure of whom to trust, even her own near lifelong companions, and thus she ran, safeguarding the egg. In early 1328 AE, the Pact launched a full-on assault into the Maguma jungle. Within a few minutes of entering the jungle, however, their airships were struck down by Mordremoth's vines, and they crashed over the entire jungle continent. At the same time, Mordremoth extended his reach to the Sylvari. The dragon strengthened and the Pale Tree weakened. The weaker-willed Sylvari turned on their fellow soldiers, now mere puppets for Mordremoth. Most of these turned Sylvari turned into the Mordrem Guard, taking on more grotesque forms and leading the rest of the Mordrem. They even managed to capture Ersh the Gulkan, Logan Thackeray, and Zoja, members of Destiny's Edge, heroes of Tyria, as well as a Pact Marshal Traherne. His plan? Trap them in pods and use their essence, their power, to create improved Mordrem guards. With the help of the Pact commander, however, they managed to escape, though Erste Galken lost her life, fighting off one of Mordremoth's champions. In the meantime, Kate had regained her senses somewhat and found her way to Tarir, the lost city of the Exalted, an ancient race that had fought the dragons 10,000 years ago, yet had failed. Mordremoth sent his Octavines to try and break into Tarir in an attempt to steal the egg, yet was thwarted by the Pact commander and other heroes in the Auric Bazin map Maida event. After ensuring the egg's safety and pushing through Mordremoth's greatest champions, the Pact rallied to take down Mordremoth's only physical form, the mouth of Mordremoth. While the Pact and their jungle allies distracted the physical form, Pact Marshal Traherne used his connection to Mordremoth in order to open a way into the dream, where they knew they would find Mordremoth's true essence. An elite group of 2 members of Destiny's Edge and the commander made their way in and faced Mordremoth. Beset on both his physical form and his mind, Mordremoth ultimately faced defeat inside the dream, though not before one final act of vengeance possessed Traherne, the latter still holding open the pathway into the dream. The firstborn Sylvari, containing within him now the entity of the dragon, pleaded for the Pact commander to end his life, and in doing so, end Mordremoth's terror. Reluctantly, the commander did. After his death, Primordus and Jormag began experimenting now as well with Mordremoth's plant spectrum, creating yet more new minions. I hope you enjoyed this lore video on Mordremoth. If you did, don't forget to boop that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet for more lore videos. Until the next one though, take care my friends, and bye bye.